welcome to another video here on the Critical Focus channel. First off, a big shout out to all my members who support my work and keeps the paint flowing and the electricity running. Members do get access to the member Discord, will influence the content, the matchups, whatnot. There is a join button below if you feel so inclined. But regardless, I am happy for your support in the form of actually just watching the video, of a like and a comment, and if you haven't already, please do feel free to subscribe as well. And if you are looking to buy Warhammer merch, there is an affiliate link in the video description as well. Let's get on with the video. Alright, let's go. 2 new warbands and 2 new rival decks on the way. First up, we got Big Lizards, and I'm happy to see an elite warband for these guys, and they look pretty good. And of course, there's a little cute critter there as well to appease to all the pet lovers around the globe. Excellent paint job from the team here as well. They do fit into the strike playstyle apparently, but of course playing against type is certainly an option as well. I won't go into detail about all of the lore because I will tackle that later when I have more information on it. I always do lore videos, as you might well know, so look out for those later on. We also get to see some mechanics for these guys as well as a couple of fighter cards. They top out at 5 health each, with the leader inspiring to 2 shields and dealing a ton of damage with a great accuracy. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with for sure. Predatory is a keyword that accompanies them with an ability that triggers after an enemy's failed attack to ping the attacker back. It's kind of similar to the little extra bite attack you could make with Clacktrock for the Starblood Stalkers, I guess, but in reverse. Savage is another keyword here, which is an once per game ability you can use on a fighter adjacent to a Saurus. That's all of the big guys, for some potential extra damage on the right roll on the dice. Next warband here is the demonic Nurle team of the Grandfather's Gardeners. Don't they just sound peaceful and level-headed? They are a mastery warband of demons, pretty much plague bearers, accompanied by a mini rotfly. They all want pets, don't they? Here is the fighter card of the leader and one of his underlings. Phlegmus sounds like a lovely name, right? And Slunch as well. They have an interesting mechanic where they advance the gardening cycle after their turn if they are damaged or if they do hold more treasure tokens than the opposing team. And then depending on where you are on the actual tracker, your damage output will change accordingly, and advancing the tracker also triggers a heal on one of your fighters. Very interesting and fun mechanic, I must say. I really look forward to trying them out. We also get to see 2 new rival decks sneak peeked here. One strike and 1 mastery to accompany the different styles of these 2 warbands, as well to complement your favorite warband, of course. Let's look at some cards from the strike one. Catch a weapon reacts to any fighter making an attack to give that fighter charge token. Pretty strong card and pretty wild effect to hamper opponents or potentially also give yourself a token if you need to. Get it done, chooses 2 friendly fighters and swaps the charge tokens from one fighter to the other. Also a pretty great card to get your outcharged strong fighter to activate again. Outburst picks a friendly fighter with a charge token for potential ping on the roll of a hammer. Not accurate enough in my opinion, but if you are the underdog, you roll an amount of dice equal to the round instead. I'm still not totally convinced, to be honest. Furious Might gives you Grievous if you have a charge token, but not while charging. Situational at best, but for smaller elite teams that outcharges their fighter fast, it's a pretty decent card. Some objectives here as well. Best Foot Forward is a search card for successfully attacking with a fighter with a charge token in enemy territory. Pretty basic condition. Arena Mortis. Didn't expect to see Arena Mortis return. It's an end phase card for 2 glory if all fighters in the same territory has a charge token and their total bounty is 4 or more. Kind of hard to control, and the last part is probably there to make it harder to not cheese it while being in no man's land. Neutral territory is a new term for it. It's a decent card, but not wildly so. Last one is Unrelenting Massacre for all fighters having a charge token. 3 glory though, and could happen, but also a massive brick if you draw it too early. The mastery deck then, Wrack and Ruin, which focuses on traps and trickery. Confusion, an old staple card with a switcheroo of 2 adjacent fighters. Always was and always will be a decent card. Ominous Rumbling forces your opponent to resolve one of 2 crappy effects. Crappy for them, I mean. Stagger 2 enemy fighters or ping a non-vulnerable fighter. Not a massive fan of stagger, but staggering 2 for the price of 1 is pretty decent. And yeah, if there is only 1 enemy fighter, they are forced to take the second option. Rock Splitting Tread is a search ability on an upgrade, 1 glory cost by the way. Stomp that triggers after your last action step in a battle round round to inflict 1 damage on a non-vulnerable fighter, and then you roll a hammer to see if you destroy the upgrade or get to continue using it. Not a massive fan of ping, and I really hoped to see less of this, honestly. Unstoppable is 2 glory for an upgrade that makes you immune to ping damage while vulnerable. Not sure if it's worth 2 glory, but certainly not a crappy effect, but rather situational. Then some objectives. Predictable End is a search for when a card from this deck damages a fighter holding a treasure token. This works on both friend and foe, so should be easy enough to score. Alone in the Dark is 2 glory for no adjacent fighters on the battlefield. Solid card, which we've seen before being scored a lot, especially late game, and for 2 glory it's very good. Out of the Frying Pan is 2 glory for 3 or more damaged friendly fighters that also needs to have move or charge tokens and be in enemy territory. Kinda needs a Horde Warband to be scored reliably, but a decent card for the right warband, of course. That is it for this batch of news, but I'm sure we will have much more to tell you about very shortly. Let me know what you thought about these warbands and these decks. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out. Take care.